Let me move the microphone. Yeah. So I'm finally a bit better, and I can. The idea is that. Sorry. The idea is that I'll be learning something every day, at least for a few minutes. And today it will be Gradle. Yeah. So because I need to work on my consistency. So let's see. What can we do with this beautiful app? How do I share the screen? This is how I share the screen. Okay. Now, sorry about that. Now, the browser, and oh, actually, we can do it this way. So yeah, don't expect much. It's just a stream on. It's just a stream. Let me try to find a way to open one more Google Chrome. I think this might be a bug in group Google Chrome, which I don't like, but okay, this way. Yeah, that's Rix. You might be actually interested. It's a cool thing. It's artificial intelligence, ChatGPT-4 and stuff. Okay, I also have a doctor appointment today, so I need to be careful so we don't miss it. I don't miss it. I have an hour. So let's see. So the idea was bug in Gradle, which doesn't allow me to hide this stuff. Anyway, now it will be GitHub, Gradle. I think it's this one. Yeah, so basically this one is built on Gradle build tool training exercises. This one. I'll add it into the comments. Do I have comments? Yeah, here. And let me see. So it's this one. And the thing here is that 5 exercises, but what I found is that basically they have lab and solution. But if I just go for solution, I don't really learn it. Although it looks like very logical that, oh, you just read it and think about it, but it doesn't work, not with my brain. Maybe somebody's lucky and can just go for solution. I prefer to have my hands on. Yes, sorry for my voice. It actually even a bit hurts. No, but so we might cut short today because my goal is just to get it started. Maybe 1 minute. But like, yeah, consistency over quality and length. So if I go to my D drive, and yeah, this one. Okay. I don't know. Can I hide this navigation pane? Yeah. So we're basically here. I'll just make this one like this and this one like this. So here we're in the exercise 1. We're in the lab. Okay. And this is the description of the lab. It's this one. So now, sorry, need some hot water. Oh, I have some hot water. Good. I know I'm sick. I'm not supposed to be studying, but I've been sick for like a week now, so I'm just bored to death. I need to do something. Okay, so hands-on exercise to go along with advanced dependency management training model, which I haven't done. But if you go to Gradle training, okay, so Gradle is amazing company. They created this world famous tool for building stuff. But what is more important is that they have a ton of trainings and they're all free and they're very high quality. So even if you're not Gradle, let's say you want to create a course on introducing people to your build tool, or you want to suggest somebody to improve their build tools, so you can just go to the Gradle thing and, and suggest people to like improve this way because like they're good. But anyway, that's not what we're discussing. So I didn't yet do the advanced dependency management training module. I just did the basic. The whole reason I'm doing this stuff is that, well, I need it where I work, and I need to start somewhere. So yeah, I just want to help my friends and colleagues because I want to become more an expert in this stuff than average developer, because you cannot be an expert in everything. So you have to specialize. So I will specialize in Gradle, and then I will go further. At least I also want to check how open source works with Gradle. And yeah. So let's see. So we are in exercise lab. So this is KTS file, which means that it's Kotlin script. It's gradle.gradle.kts. So settings.gradle.kts, which actually means it's a Gradle Kotlin DSL script for Gradle project. So so I double clicked and I can open it in IntelliJ. Okay. Stuff. So now let's see. I'll try to make it smaller, I think. Okay. Okay, so that I have. We have Java. Okay. Well, I have 17, but still. So we open the project in lab, and I'd open a terminal and go to the folder, open the project in an editor such an IntelliJ. Okay, done. So there's app and there's model project. Good stuff. Now let's see. Sorry for the chair. I need to bring some oil and fix it today, maybe. Notice there are currently no dependencies defined for the model subproject, and the only dependency of the app subproject is the model subproject. Sorry, let me check. So let's see. So yeah, so model subproject. So lab is the high level project, which has two subprojects, app and model. That's in settings Gradle KTS. And model project has 0 dependencies, but app project has well, it's dependent on the model project. Okay, but currently model project doesn't have any dependencies. So what they're suggesting now is that we add this dependency. to the model. Okay, and now double control, Gradle W, model project, subproject, dependencies. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. This project is using the version of Gradle 7.5.1, which is declared here. It will be, I think, here. No, 1 second. Don't remember where exactly Gradle W is set. I think it's here, right? Yeah, Gradle wrapper. So in Gradle wrapper here, you can see that we dictate the version. I cloned this project from Gradle itself. Oh, heck, sorry, mate, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Quasim, maybe. So what I'm doing, I'm actually going through the Gradle build tool training exercises because I shared the link earlier. That if you go for the Gradle, they have this. So it's more like a kata in karate and an up, right? So many applications, especially in the enterprise world, they're using Gradle to build. It's not only Java build. I will just Gradle training. So, but especially in JVM world, Java related stuff like Kotlin and whatever, like there several ways to build it, like Gradle or Maven. And a company called Gradle created a very robust tool which builds stuff. This tool is extremely flexible, but there are not that many people who, like, not many at all, who really know the tool, because you can do anything there. You can zip, unzip, move files, change meta information, like whatever, really. Deploy, check code quality, whatever. It's extremely flexible, but it comes with a cost that, for example, you're using one version of Gradle and it goes for like years in an enterprise project, and then Gradle version, I don't know, 5 stops being supported, or version 2 or whatever, and currently version is, I think, 8 of Gradle. So you need to upgrade, and it's very hard to upgrade the project if so much has changed. So currently I'm modeling, and there's a course. So this is the page with Gradle training courses. They're really good, even if you don't need Gradle as such, but you want to create your own course on something. It's really nice to see, for example, how they teach in intro to Gradle. Let's see. So I've done intro several times, I think 3. I'm yet to do. Oh, when is it? Okay, I'm yet to do advanced dependency management. That will be interesting as well. But from the build tool training, I've got this link which has exercises. Okay, this one. And there they have, like, because they basically what they do, as they show you slides and they explain stuff, and it's amazing. This basic thing, it's like very intense 4 hours of their time. It's not like they're preaching to you, they're really explaining and listening for your questions. And yes, sorry for the dark stuff, it's there's a sun and I'm sick as well. So that's I actually never saw this page, but yeah, advanced dependency management, and then they have exercises. And if you go to the exercise, it will have lab and solution. Yeah, so I suggest you go and start with basics, and I suggest actually you do same thing as I do. Well, there's a thing I did yesterday, because today is actually not about Gradle. Today is about consistency. Yesterday, let me just find the. I'll just find the specific video, so I don't like pollute people with stupid politics or whatever jumps on my screen, because this world has enough politics. I'm not part of that. But yeah, this. So yesterday, Yesterday we had a really good meeting with a person called Bruno. I'll put it here. And what we were doing there, this guy, he's amazing. Bruno is a Java champion, and which is extremely cool. And it's not like you're doing exam. It's oh, I need to show chat overlay, I guess. Um, yeah, sorry, I wasn't. I think I wasn't showing chat before. Um, uh, but you still can read the chat. So yeah, so Bruno was talking about this formula for growth and success. So I'll just quickly check my notes, and then I will talk about that because that's probably. And then it's like, 1 second. I have a doctor appointment in 1 hour 15 minutes, but I hope I'll manage. I'm not like falling under the table or something. So yeah, Bruno's talk was on reputation. So you see this? It's focus, visibility, action, skill, responsibility, consistency, and this one is giving. And then it's divided by me, everything about myself, lying, and being difficult person, being basically a moron. Uh, well, I'm not sure if you can use this word, but like being a difficult person. Okay. So my biggest problem is consistency. So currently, I'm not focusing on doing even the right thing. My my idea is to do something useful. Doesn't have to be the best thing, but I'll be doing it daily, and especially because yeah, it's good. And you can even I even can tell you where you can start because this one is quite long, right? And your life is limited as everybody's. But if you go to Twitter, let me check. I have reshared my friends who was there. Dean's article, amazing article. Let me see. And of course, you can follow me. It's Nikita Kosalev on Twitter, my Twitter as well. But like, you don't have to. I'll just find you a post. Sorry, this I have a lot of friends, and there was definitely an article. Yeah, I think that's the one. So link to the article, link to Dean's article, post an article, read an article on Bruno's event regarding reputation. Okay, you should have the link now. So the article is amazing. It's it's on Medium as well. I'll just put this link as well now. Like, and Loft WAH, who is Dean actually, amazing person to follow. Like, wow, he's part of AD Hub. He's so good. So you can start with reading this article. It's so good that I didn't like. There's no point for me to write. I cannot write better than he. And he didn't miss anything. And oh, resolution. Yeah. I can do it. Let me see. Why is it happening? Oh, yeah. Is it better now? Oh, yeah. That's 720. I'm not sure if, and I should be sharing the screen. I don't know if you can see the screen because I don't really like. You don't really need to see me. It's more about yeah. Yeah. So sorry, not this one. So maybe next time, what I will do, I will use OBS because currently when I'm going to settings, the highest live stream quality, it's if I want, yeah. So basically, I'll need to pay $40 per month to get the HD. So let's start. So I'm not ready to pay 20 quid yet. Okay, when When we get more people, then I will. But yeah, so Dean is amazing, and like, and also actually, if you watch this YouTube, um, you can just write down people, ask them to put their handles, Twitter handles, on in their names, and they are all really good people to yeah, to, because for this one which we are speaking about, I'm actually sponsoring this one. It's like $16 per month, because for me it's okay, but like not many, like that's the best way I can bring people together, because like for students it's big money, and not all people and this way I can like do something for a community and bring people. And to be honest, now let me think for like for a week, and I think then I will pay. So thank you very much, Kasim. I will really appreciate if you tweet me or send me a DM on Twitter. And if you want actually to join this Sunday events, we have a group in Discord. Just DM me on Twitter or LinkedIn, and my handle is always the same. It's Nikita Koselev, and I will add you to Discord. And basically, what will happen soon, because we can only have like 10 people, I think, maximum on this package on the stream as such. But you can watch it live, and you'll be aware. Like, let's say we joined and somebody didn't have a spot, so of course speakers will stay, and admin will stay, but others will be on first come first served. I would say I like easy solutions. But then those who are watching it, they will be able to. You'll be in our Discord, so you can have ask questions there to the speakers, and we will help. So because we have so we're thinking of becoming a platform for the speakers, um, like, because my friends are all around the world. I have friends in Pakistan, India, Central Africa, North Africa, although I didn't speak to them in some time, Brazil, uh, Australia, States, Estonia, obviously UK, Europe in general, Ukraine. It's big for us. So, and each of this, because they are so like this diverse around the world, each of you knows somebody who can talk about something cool. It doesn't have to be like Bruno Souza level or AD Hub, but it can be somebody cool. It's fine if it's a junior person and just wants to talk about the project. Just come to us. We will check if it's something interesting to other juniors, or I don't know, whoever. But if it's something like exciting and exciting, I mean, it's just feel good for IT people. It doesn't have to be like rocket science, really. Like, and I'll make it happen. So just drop me DM on this one. So yeah, so Dean Lofts, amazing person, very good writing skills, and he supports Bilal Khan and other people, and he's part of Eddie Hub. But let's get back to the tool. So trainings, you've got it. So exercise 1. So we did this stuff. So now let me see. So we did this implementation. I'm using IntelliJ, and because my screen is, well, relatively big, but not too much. Yes, thank you. Welcome to the brotherhood and sisterhood. We don't have ladies yet, but we are open for everybody. So when you press Control E in IntelliJ, so I like Alt 1 will open me this one, but I want to save space because of this stuff. And so when I do Control E, I can choose the files I used to open before, and they will be in the way I opened them historically. So currently, they want me to run actually Gradle W model dependencies, right? Double control allows you to run commands. I'm lazy, so I know shortcuts. Not all of them, but actually, I need to watch a video about shortcuts from Anton Arkhipov. He's an IntelliJ, I think, product owner. Yeah. So yeah, so we've done this one, and what it does. And before that, what we did. So in the model, initially implementation dependencies was empty, right? And app was dependent on that. So what will be interesting is that if we go to model, so let's currently, so if you run it this way, there are no dependencies, right? How do we show it? Nothing. But if we add it, and also obviously Gradle is an open source project, so I want to do this course, this pack, and then I want just to dive in and see if I can do anything, and to have some real life stuff, like to see which Java they're using. I already know how to build, but to see if they can use any help of mine, because I want to be doing like 1, 2 cool projects, open source projects. I want to focus on 2, and basically I want to participate in Gradle till I feel like I really learn it, I really know it, because the problem with Gradle is that you never know when you need it. If you work in enterprise, projects are huge, and normally Gradle is working till one day it doesn't. Something broke, and at this point, normally you don't have much time, so you need to really know your stuff. Otherwise, you'll spend weeks or days, and you might not have this time because it might be critical stuff like the client needs thing. So now we have it's on the test, but also I would expect that it's not only test, it's also runtime, and so implementation. So because of this one, this dependency was added on the implementation level, on the runtime level, in the tests, and test runtime class path, right? So apparently there's test, runtime, and implementation, and I think there's API as well. Okay, now so now we can go more specific, as they suggest. So project model, sub-project dependencies, configuration. Okay, I think it's like this. Much better. So now it's sorry. Sorry, I'm quite sick. It's actually the first day I can work for so long. It's not work. I cannot work. That's why I'm on sick leave. I cannot ask money for this quality of work. Yeah, to be honest. But anyway, so now with this command, this one, what we did, we are checking the implementation level dependencies only. So not others which are impacted, but only that. So now we can, for example, check same for runtime, right? Yeah, I don't like fully yet understand. So that's our dependency. And because it's runtime, it shows it differently. It shows a tree that in order to work, it will require those, right? So it depends on failure access of Guava, listenable future, and so on. So that's why it's better. So that was compile. So at compilation time, these dependencies including those ones. That's interesting. I don't like fully yet know what it actually means. Probably it means that they're just as leaps inside of this one. That's a different. That's why I still should go and check how dependencies work. And that's runtime. Yeah, similar. So if you want Guava to work at the runtime, I would assume that this one should be. Yes, so this one should be on the box on the server, wherever it's run. If this library is not there and there is a failure, then there's a problem. There's a opportunity that when this code is run, it will actually break. One moment. I will actually switch off my camera if that's okay, because I don't look well in a cough. Okay. Back to the and I will I will hide the. I will try to this way it's probably will be better visible. And I will also try to make it because I don't want to okay. So I think I have like muted myself. So now I need to find how to I'm trying to see how I can hide my camera without uh, this is interesting. This is full screen. I'm trying to hide my user without hiding the. Oh, that's the one. Okay, I think that will be better. Oh no 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 no! Don't do it to me. This one. I'm not sure how to remove this black thing. Okay, I'll just put my beautiful face here. I hope that's better. I don't know how to remove it. I don't need my picture there, but well, at least you can see it's not Chat GPT doing this stuff. Can you? Yeah, you can hear. Thank you for the feedback. Because basically, there's like oh, I can move. Actually, it's to here. I can show you. Okay, so that's our stream right now, and there's this toggle here. And if you run Restream, so Restream allows you to. It also has free tier. Okay, so it has some limitations, but I think they have a free tier. And people, when people you have invited, they will be joining. It might take some time to realize that for them actually to join, you need to click this thing. So what happened with me now, I clicked it and I muted myself out, like I removed myself from the stream. But because I'm owner, I also stayed there. It's like this thing is a bit interesting in terms of like how it runs. Anyway, so this we did. So notice go out dependency is the only one listed. So that's on the implementation level, okay? But if we check this one, so these are transitive dependencies, like, right? And to understand, so this logic here is like English language. So because it's not complaining about them not being resolved, they are being resolved. Because normally everything will be resolved, like you have internet connection and everything, right? Maven works, I mean, Maven repositories, they work, whatever you use to download stuff. So normally it will work. So you really don't want like a message next to each one, manage to get transitive dependency, manage to get transitive. So they actually only will notify you when transitive dependency doesn't work. And transitive dependency in an oversimplified way, it's so you have a dependency on something, like in this case Guava, but Guava itself depends on other projects. And so for your project, Google error prone is a transitive dependency of the Guava project. Yeah. So now, and I intend to do this thing daily in the mornings because I'm working on consistency on this. As I said on this site, you can find it from those tweet I did. I'll just put a tweet. Some people joined later. Find it. Maybe not. Maybe. Oh yeah. So this one and another one. Second. There was a really good article like this one. So basically, last Sunday we were talking about growth and reputation. Actually, it's reputation in IT, right? And about the hidden market. So, like, my priority at the moment is because I've been changing it. There are so many people around the world. So this theme is not about Gradle, okay, at all. Gradle is for me is just I think I'm working at the moment. My current goal is to find a way to help people around the world to get jobs because economy sucks, like really sucks, and people have yeah, and Quasim, please let me know if like my explanation of transitive was not enough. It's a complicated thing, so I don't understand it fully myself. But basically, around the world, I can see that people suffer. It's hard to get jobs in IT. I cannot help everybody, so I'm trying to help like in IT and like some other cases. But and I'm trying to find a way for people to get a job eventually. So if somebody is like I was talking to a friend yesterday, so she's passed her bills for the room shares with her son, small kid, for like a month, and she needs money now. And what she's doing, she's finishing university, sending CVs like left and right. But I told her that look, a job might come tomorrow and might not, because you're looking for a data scientist job. So what I suggest you do, limit the time you spend sending the resumes. Instead, go to the high street. We call it a main street when you live in a part of London. Every small part will have its high street where all the shops are. Just go to the high street and check which shops they have this A4 paper in the window tills, telling that we need, I don't know, cleaner, we need somebody to put stuff on the shelves, we need a storekeeper, whatever, because you need a job now. So you get a job, you finish your university papers and stuff, and you spend like half a day, half an hour per day sending those CVs to the best positions. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we do the open source approach and we study openly. But first, you fix your money problem because you have a child to take care of. So I cannot tell her that let's concentrate on open source and spend 24 hours per day open source, because what if a job comes in half a year time and she needs money now? So that's what I'm trying to do right now. And because I I cannot just help people, I will burn out this way. So I'm trying to lead by example. So I'm showing this open source approach to growth. But in some cases, I say that we need to wait with open source approach and growth thing and being visible. You need to fix other problems first. So if a person is if the house is on fire, you don't teach people open source. Okay. Okay. So I think everybody has left. Now let's back to this thing. Yeah, I have half an hour till doctor appointment. Sorry. Now, let's see. So, let's see which dependencies are now in Gradle W. It's better this way. Up. Yep. You can see that it will get. Let me see. In implementation, it depends on main, right? But in the runtime, you can see that there is a transitive dependency from the model project, okay? And it's actually interesting thing here that implementation, it's a transitive one. So if you want, if you start using this library in app project, which is this one, okay? And when we run it, we will need to make sure that somehow this library is available to the app project. Because right now, if we build, this library will not become a part of this project. Okay? But there's another one called API. And in this case, when we build, you'll see that now project model got this one as well. Because, sorry, project app. Because project app is dependent on project app is dependent on project model, right? On the implementation level. It doesn't export it on the API level, but it's dependent on it. And project model is actually declaring that it exports. Now it's declaring that actually I also export. That's not a correct word, but it's yeah, thank you, Kozim. I wish somebody explained it to me this way, because if you go to Google, oh my God, Gradle transitive dependencies, right? If you go to Google and you go here, and this thing is like, sometimes I can read like this one for like half an hour because this way it's like you try it and you like, while being with you today here, I actually learned about transitive dependencies just because you asked, and I like, if Quasim didn't came here, I wouldn't try this API thing. Okay, so now let's do, because at least I want to close one today. So we declared it in model, and we declared it as implementation. So in order for app to run, it needs to be in the class path somehow. So yeah, let's see. Compile class path for source set main project model. Okay, so now it will be interesting. Oh, actually, I think if I do Shift Enter, I go to the next line. I don't need to go to the end line. Let's say you're in the middle here. You press Enter, doesn't work, break stuff, and you want to go to the next line from here right now. Shift Enter, you're here. Okay. So now, if we do Gradle W app dependencies, and let's do it actually configuration. Oh, actually, I don't want configuration. Or do I? One second. Implementation. Let's do it the easy way. Web W app dependencies. So here, let's see. Oh, I just found another bug in. It's not a bug. It's well, it's a feature, I guess. Restream doesn't show me if anybody's watching on Twitter. So, Quasim, you're watching on YouTube, and I think it doesn't show. It's not showing me that you're actually there. I can see your comments, but yeah. Anyway, this fun thing here, I'll show you. Here it shows me 0, but I know you're there because you're writing. That's funny. Now it will be funny, because now, you came to the right place. So this Friday, so when you DM me this Friday at UTC1, let me actually show it. I guess you can. Oh no, I cannot do that, but I can do other thing. 1 second, just leave it with me. Just some trust, mate. I have a present for you. That's why I'm saying it's not about Gradle. This thing is more important than Gradle, with all respect to Gradle. So this Friday at 7 a.m. London time. So it will be 11:30, I think, Friday in the morning. 11 midday, basically, in India and Pakistan. I don't know where you're from, so I cannot really understand from your name. Oh, the world is so diverse now, and it's good. So tell me your time zone. But basically we have this event on Friday morning, and there will also be event on Sunday. It will be 3 o'clock UK time, so it will be approximately 7:30 p.m. India and Pakistan time. Yeah, so but you can come and ask questions there if you want, because now you will get access to Discord. But actually, I can help you now, to be honest, because you already contributed to open source. So let's do one thing. We'll finish this exercise, and then I will answer your questions live. Okay? And I think in the future, what I will do, I will try to set some goal for the stream. Doesn't have to be full exercise, but then after this goal is reached, I'm open to answering questions, and I'll do what I can to help people. Okay, sounds a deal. Then you don't need to wait till Friday. You can start doing stuff now. So so now we can see the dependency that we have an implementation that app project. This one. This is the app. Control Shift 1. I can set. There's, I think, you can set like bookmarks. I know you know it, but many people don't, especially Junes. Now I can do Control 1, Control 2, and jump between stuff. Okay. So project app is only dependent on project model. Okay. But project model is telling that in order to run me, you will need this one to be in your class path. And also there's API dependency, which you will need to, which is an API dependency, and it's seen like that. It's not transitive. I'll need to learn more about this stuff. But I think when you will build it, you will find that app, when you have like, let's actually try it. Yeah. Focus. You see it's downloading Guava, right? So I think now, if you go here, 1 second. How can I open it? I think IntelliJ should be smart enough to open, or maybe not. I don't want to compare. I want to open it in Explorer. And I want it to be openable with 7-zip. I'm old school, so some apps might look like ancient. So if you know anything better, then tell me. But now, let me see actually what is supplied there. No, it's only up, but that's interesting. I expected it to be slightly different. I don't want to lie about stuff. So let's just say that currently project model is providing API level dependencies and implementation. And implementation level, they are transient, and API, they are API. And I'm just thinking how it works in real life. Yes, so if there will be project, some account, let's say web project, and it refers app project, it will be able to use classes which are brought from the API dependencies, but it will not. Well, I don't. It's a very thin. I really need to work on this stuff. Okay. Oh, yeah, Pakistan is good. It's you know Bilal Khan, right? He's amazing. Like one of the best people in the world I know in the open source world. Like really, he's the one of people making Pakistan proud for many reasons. And yeah, he's an amazing person. So we have this API thing here, and now we will just inspect the dependencies. And you see, even for me, I cannot explain everything right now. So, but this is advanced course, and it's like course number 4. So normally when people work on stuff in Gradle, they just do simple things and they work, and they won't think much about this API stuff and such. But then, yeah, then it impacts the projects which will refer to the app or to the model. So currently you can see that app dependencies is impacted. So, oh, Bilakan, let's do it now. Come on, that has to be fixed. He's like, he's good. He's this person, and he knows open source. Like, yeah, amazing. So definitely want to follow. So on Twitter and LinkedIn as well. But we mostly, because what I'm doing right now, it's for myself, leading by example, and so I don't like just helping, because this way you burn out and it doesn't help anybody in long term. Well, only a limited number of people, so it's not scalable. But I'm trying to lead by example while helping the community by my example, and that's why it's more about Twitter, because Twitter is more like for people and LinkedIn is more for companies and enterprise. Okay, so now we can see that when we check the, yeah, he's great. I could make a stream just about him, easy. um Actually, we should make a stream about him. It's a good idea. We will ask him to give us a talk on Sunday. I'm not sure which one, this one or next one, because Mikola Bova from Ukraine, he's from Kiev, Ukraine. He's yeah, he helped organize one of the first Java conferences in Kiev, and he's bringing some. He might succeed in bringing somebody, but so that this Sunday might be taken. But yeah, I'll definitely take, and also because it's I don't know if I can tell you Salam Alaikum and Mubarak Ramadan, but it's a Ramadan time, and people are fasting, and I don't want to. Um, well, Ramadan is Ramadan, so let the person enjoy. He's already doing so much, and he's fasting. So when after Ramadan, maybe it will be easier. I don't want to like to put a pressure on a nice person, so I need to think about people, different cultures and religions and everything. And if I insult anybody, just let me know. I will say I'm sorry. Okay. I don't know Arabic. I don't know much about Muslim religion, although I only opened Quran once or like 3 times. I've read a bit, and I also was, because I was one day from a suicide. I was reading an article on what different religions tell about suicide, and I really liked the oh, I shouldn't start crying, but I really liked what Quran said, that Allah doesn't give a person more than uh, yeah, the Allah doesn't give people more than they can bear. And then I was talking to a lady. She was on a really bad state. She was like really bad state, and I knew the state because I was like not far from suicide. And then I mentioned her this because I knew she might be Muslim, and she was like, "Oh, you know the holy words." And like in half a second, the person changes from like suicidal type, or next to it like heavy depression. Like the person has light in the eyes, and now she's doing better. So I opened Holy Book 3 times, and it actually probably helped me to save somebody's life. This is like, wow, okay, uh, that's something interesting. Yeah, I'll definitely read it one day. Mhm. At least I have a dream, and learn Arabic as well. Now, so we did this thing, so we can see that compile class path. Oh, being transitive means that I don't need it. I don't see it as a part of my compilation, right? I just compile the classes, but um, so let's say you build Java, right? Java SDK, it will have a ton of dependencies. But normal Java, like when it's already packed and it's already I don't know, somewhere in the repo, Well, that's a bad example because Java is you need Java for Groovy to run, right? For Gradle to run. What else can we bring? Any dependencies? Test containers, right? Test containers, amazing open source project, um, but they might have dependencies which they only need to be built. So you don't need to download those dependencies. You only need to download test containers. That's enough for you to work because you will be only calling the code, the API of test containers as such, and inside it will have those jars with their stuff, which also is already compiled, but you don't need to download it separately. Okay, so then you just refer to the test containers, and it's fine. The test containers doesn't API like doesn't show every dependency as API because you don't need to have them on your project level. Something like this, because otherwise it will be a mess. And I will really need to read this article on the, transient again. I've read this stuff like for like so many times. Um, like I know it's enough to work, but I need to understand it better. It's like, the more you learn Java, the less you know. I know people who know Java on the bytecode level. So 23rd of so Ramadan ends this week, so we'll have celebrations here. I have a mosque nearby. Okay, that's good. People will be happier. That's good. Sorry about that. Yeah. Let's see runtime. And can you write me one thing, Kwasim? Like you said, you want to do open source, right? But I'll give you the same answer as I give everybody. Like, no, you don't. Um, you don't want to do open source because it's just a word, right? Just a word. Let's not create religion out of it. Um, you want to achieve something. So maybe you want to find a job, or maybe you're at university and you want to like uh, create your reputation in IT world and stuff like that. So what is your goal? What are you trying to achieve? So if it's like something private, you can DM me. But if it's okay, like is it a job or is it something, then you can write here. And in the meanwhile, we'll run this thing. Okay. And now we can see that because the command was runtime class path, so you see this one is showing runtime class path, which is much bigger now because runtime class path also shows stuff which should be accessible in runtime, but for compilation we only need a JSON. Okay, I really need to learn how Java. Okay, so and which skill set do you want to improve? Because so we did the exercise one, by the way. So basically, API is used, configuration used both compilation and execution of downstream, and implementation is only used during the execution. So I can put it actually. So what is the number one skill you want to improve at the moment? So like, I don't know, can be anything. Java, can be public speaking, whatever. Tell me. So, and I will, in the meanwhile, I will open LinkedIn so I can prepare for answering your question. Okay. So if we go to jobs, let's say Java developer. Okay. So what I do normally, like there's no single person in the world who knows Java, okay, including the Java creator, because if we define Joe like to know something, like by knowing all the APIs, all the classes, everything, all the changes, the all the history, nobody does it. But if we do that, example, okay, and we'll choose some cool position like this one, okay. But I can make it simpler, but Okay, so you want to be optimizing like scale enterprise application. Optimizing in which term? Performance or um, test coverage or what? Or containerization? Sorry, mate, I'm starting feeling worse than I might like keep up for 10 minutes more, but like not really longer. Performance. Uh maybe I don't know exactly, but there's a project called Datadog, okay? And I think I know how to search. Java performance engineer. Okay, we go to jobs because I don't know, but people who are hiring in Gradle itself, they have no, it's different. You mean like lifetime performance, not like build time performance, right? I'm just if I knew how they call how they call the position for the yes, a lifetime. This is more okay. So application performance management, or because there's this one and there's Datadog, which is it's more about tracking the whole system, not because are we talking about performance monitoring and of the systems as such, or are we talking about Java profiling? So because Java profiling is different, it will be different answer. The joke is actually the first answer will be wrong anyway. You'll find yourself the right answer, but you need to get moving in the right direction first. So if we are talking about Java profiling, okay, which is good because I will remove Pakistan from there because like we need it for let's say United States because they will have the most jobs. Okay. Uh, yeah, lead solutions engineer remote. Okay, good stuff. Uh, I'm doing that because I'm normally trying to find like the best, very best job in the market because they might have a description which is actually real and tells you the real stuff. So let's see what the $180,000 salary, not bad. Let's see if they mention open source projects. Um, oh, they are Gradle scripts. I don't know what is ADB. Okay, um, I don't know what is Java ADB. Java ADB. Android, no, not what I want. But it's test list. This one is interesting. I'm trying to find where exactly they mention something other than Gradle. But to be honest, what you could do, because in Gradle, if you go to Gradle career website of here, I'm not telling anybody to apply, but they have this definition of a special person. Yeah, this one. They call it developer productivity. So this one, it's I'll just put the name. So Gradle itself is an open source project. Okay. So what I suggest, we can start with that. Because if you're going on Java profiling, it's different. So Java profiling is one. This is another one. So I suggest you spend some time and you find the best project, for example, for Java productivity builds, because you're learning Gradle anyway, like you're improving it. Okay, so if you go on GitHub and here you will have you'll have Gradle. Okay, this one. So they have 143 repos. Okay, including this one, and it has 2000, I think, issues. Yeah, 2002. So that's already enough to create content. You can just say that Gradle is open source and it exists and it has issues. I don't know if they have first time issues, okay? Because it is wise to first become a part of community, not necessarily committing code, okay? Because they might not have a first time issue there. They don't. But they might need people who will test. They might need so basically we need to find the community behind Gradle. If we are talking about this developer productivity part, we will find community behind Gradle. How do we do it? You can even ask these people, okay? First time issues are for somebody who is starting with the project. It doesn't necessarily be a beginner, okay? But yes, so do you follow Eddie Jaoud? This person on Twitter. Oh, okay. Let's see Redison. So is it this one? What did they do? But I don't know what is Redison. Oh, Redis, you mean this one? Oh, this is good. So what I would do. So first thing you can do. Let's say they have let's say they have 6 repos. This one is good because it's alive. This ones you don't care because your value is in you being visible. It's not quasi because you know the stuff for yourself. It's not really scalable. Okay, you will get better salary, um, but there's so many people who need you as a role model. So many friends, for example, from Pakistan, they don't need somebody from UK telling them how to live, right? How to like this is easy, this is easy. No, Pakistan, there are different conditions, so like life is different. Even time zones are different, right? So maybe for people in Pakistan, it will be more convenient when you do stuff in the mornings, Pakistan mornings, not UK mornings. So this one is lively. Updated 1 hour ago. What do they do? Redis client. Oh, this Redis in memory data grid. Yeah, this is cool stuff. So what I would say, just take this link, read the README, and write a post about it. Write that, well, Redis does such and such, and what is cool, it's open source. And mention my name in Twitter when you write this tweet. And so I can retweet, I can be aware. And try that you are considering how to help Redis community because you're already using this tool. This is a very good tool to use, and that's why it's good that that's why we need so many people. Because if I didn't see you today, I would never consider doing Redis. So now, like, so one tweet, you already can tell the world that Redis exists. That's already good. You already created value. You can start basically if you're using this stuff and this is useful for you. When people think Pakistan and Redis, I want them to think your name. Okay, so you choose this stuff, and if it works, Like we'll find an angle, but you just do Redis for some time. I don't know, a year, a month, a day, but like consistently Redis, Redis, Redis. So people will know that you're expert in Redis to a certain level, but because like the beginner expert, average, like middle expert, expert, whatever. But how to say it? People will know when they need somebody to give a talk on Redis in Pakistan at uni or job, wherever. They'll know that, oh, Kasim is there. So let's call him. So let's see which issues they have here. 307, right? And they have labels. Oh, and by the way, normally the file, it will have readme, and sometimes it has like how contribution MD or something like this. Let's actually no, this don't. Quick start, change log. I'm just sometimes they mention how to join. Because you can you see contributors 114. Ask them. Ask them like how to begin contributing with Redis. Like you like the stuff, but like there's most probably there's a Discord or news group, and because people are more important than code itself. Because people will tell you stuff, code will not. I mean, don't do just people, but unless you're purely HR person. But here, like you can ask people, basically come to them with a question: how can you help most? That you're such and such, you're using credits for such and such at work. You want to grow and to share with communities your experiences, but maybe they need somebody to to review the tickets which need to be closed. So like you see, there's something called suggestion. So maybe they need somebody to look into this one, and this might be more important than upgrading a version of some library somewhere. This might be more important from community and business point of view. Think of Log4j, right? So probably for some projects, a year ago or 2 years ago, when it happened in December, so it was more important to fix Log4j than to be using latest Java. So, and talking to the communities, being aware helps you to understand what is the priority and what is the biggest impact you can make now. It's not about you using latest Java. That's a very bad mistake. It's about you creating the biggest impact. So it will be Kazim who made this stuff happen. So let's see, for example, they might have first time, but I don't know. They have bugs. They have features, failovers. Well, they might also need some things. They will be not visible. They will be like technical writers writing blogs about that stuff. That's a huge thing. And to be honest, how many Redis bloggers do you know in Pakistan? How many people in Pakistan go and give talks about Redis community? Not many. How do I know it? Because it's not many in any country, including UK. There are people who know it, but there are not that many events. It's like it's not jumping on me from the YouTube all day around. But yeah, so start on this. So for today, so basically just spend, yeah, so you can become the first person in Pakistan, which makes you the best immediately. It's done. Um, so yeah, so just do it daily. It's better to do 1 minute per day than 1 hour per week, okay? Because then it will be, but this 1 minute will be like, if you feel good, you'll do more. If you feel bad, you do less, but you do it daily. Like currently I have my throat, like it's bad, and I might have a temperature already, but I told myself that, look, I'm always waiting for this perfect moment to do Gradle, and I never do it. But today I did it, and my initial plan was to do 2.5 minutes. And then you came, and then another friend came, and now it's 1 hour, 40 minutes. And I learned more about Pakistan. I learned about Redis. I learned that I don't know. I was aware, but I forgot that I need to repeat class path, compile time, and yes. So from you, go to Twitter and write about what you learned today, and next time you can write something else, and then write another tweet that you're going to learn Redis. You are going to learn what is the relationship between Redis and open source or whatever, and how you can help the community, Redis community, something like this. I'm not telling you what to write. You can write anything. But you just established a gold mine in Pakistan, which is Redis, okay? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing. I need to see my doctor right now. But yeah, thank you so much. You absolutely made my day. And you're invited to, I'll answer you on Twitter and or LinkedIn, wherever you contacted me. And I'll add it to our Discord group, and probably you can come this Sunday or Friday morning or whatever. Okay, cool. Thank you, Chris. Sorry, I'll ask you how to pronounce your name next time. And Wasim, I hope. And see you next time. And then let me find how to actually stop the stream. And the stream is ending in 3, 2.